What's up everybody, trueeevil here, and today I'm going to be giving you my NicoNana guide, and this one's going to be tailored for light spenders and free-to-play players. If you are a spender and have everything on your account, then this fight might seem like a breeze if you have like Mio, Kloss, all these crazy speed up, speed down, defense down units, but for a lot of people, they don't have everything in the game. So I'm going to just tell you how to manage this fight if you don't have all those crazy amazing units. So for the units we're going to bring for NicoNana, we have to know how the mechanics work in this fight, where the more speed we have compared to NicoNana, the more damage we can actually do. And if you don't have a way to give speed up and give NicoNana speed down, you basically do no damage, which is no bueno. So let's figure out how we're going to give speed down. And if you're like me, you don't have Kloss on your account, you don't have Marvel on your account, you pretty much don't have a real way to give speed down. So what I did was level up a Viper. Now, Viper has to have at least a little bit of lattices to be able to work in this fight. I recommend going level 2 on the skill 1 just because he gets a tiny bit of damage off that. He gets this little bit of 100 attack and he kind of needs it because even though he's an amazing debuff or despeller, he doesn't really have a lot of damage. So definitely needs a little bit there. And I got his skill 3 to level 3, and that was for this additional bit of effect accuracy and damage. Now, if you want to guarantee the speed down consistently, you are going to have to do level 5, but if you're like me and you need to save your lattices for that hell push in Terror and Doki Doki, you necessarily don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is rely on good old RNG, because at 4 stacks, he is able to counterattack with his skill 3 to do the speed down. So as long as we have enough effect accuracy to pretty much guarantee the hit, we are vibing. And because of that, I do recommend effect accuracy. I'm doing 2 effect accuracy pieces with a crit rate, and that is because I have a lot of effect accuracy on my shell, so I don't necessarily need to worry about it. So you may need to run 3 effect accuracy pieces. It's just up to you. I would make sure you have at least 80% effect accuracy for this fight. Now, the other type of unit you're going to need besides speed down is speed up. And speed up is amazing, but the problem is all 3 of the best units with speed up are sort of tied to dun 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 light dark units, and just like a unit that's amazing, but I can't use my selector to get Tsukiyo. It's just like, even though I really want her on my account and she would be amazing, I didn't necessarily pull any units I really actually wanted. So unfortunately for me, Tsukiyo is not on the menu, and I did not pull Mio or Lily. So what I'm going to be using is Doki Doki. And although Doki Doki is great, she does not give that much speed up compared to those other units, because let's face it, speed up with a like 40% is just more than just giving 6 stacks of a effect buff that gives 2 speed and 2% damage increase with each stack. So even though she's not as great at like making you do damage, she is going to be able to pump us up a little bit and keep the turns going with that cooldown reduction. Now, because we don't have those amazing strong units, we're not going to be able to cheese this fight with like a Ditting, Dina, Tsukiyo, Lily combo type thing, which something like that would be the best. Or you could do like Rosa in there, Kloss can be in there. It's just, if you have speed up, speed down, debuff, crazy attack, you're good to go. But I don't have that, so this fight is going to be a little bit hard. So what I'm going to be using is my selector unit, Hellkid, because he just makes a giant wall and gives attack down. Now this is important because the only thing I'm kind of scared about with Nico is that if Nico is able to not have attack down on, he can pretty much just one-shot almost anything in the game. So having that additional attack down with Viper is going to make sure that Nico doesn't one-shot anyone, which is what we want. And for my DPS, I'm going to be using Leanne because she is the GOAT. So without further ado, let's see how this team goes in the fight. So the fight is pretty straightforward, but let me walk you through the fight just so you know what's going on. So at the beginning, we have to apply speed down so that we are actually able to do damage to NicoNana. So we are going to be doing this with Viper. As you can see, that didn't do like any damage on the initial hit, and that was because he has that damage reduction based off of speed. Now that we actually do have some speed reduction on him, we are actually going to be able to lay down some noise with this Hellkid shield. And as you can see, it's not that significant, but if we didn't put the speed down, that would have been basically nothing. So you're really going to want a speed up and a speed down. Unfortunately, I don't have access to that speed up, so we are not going to be living that lifestyle. Now at this point, it's pretty much just auto battle and let the music play. So we're just going to let it run and just show that there is a little bit of RNG on keeping that speed down. Bam, bam. But hopefully he just keeps it up like that. You know, you want to just keep looping that over and over again, keep that speed down. Now, it is always tough because you're going to be looking at these speed clears and they're going to say like 20 seconds or something like that, and they're gonna have, you know, they're gonna have that fully built Rosa max skill 2 with some of the other goodies like Dinah, Lily, but you know, Tsukiyo is really great. Not everyone has that, and what matters is being able to clear it and get the rewards. And the greatest thing about this game is it's a mobile game, so if I click on it to do 10 times and I have to come back in like 15 minutes to click it again, it is what it is, you know. Not that big of a deal. I like to just do this type of farming when I'm at the treadmill or something, just every like 5 or so minutes, just see if I need to just press the auto button again. But this setup definitely wins the fight. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope this helps.